Hello, it is Saturday, March 15th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving the second of two themeless puzzles for the week. Could be a tricky one, could be the trickiest crossword of the week. We'll just have to find out. It's themeless, and this themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Kathleen Quinn, Quotidiophile, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They, of course, sustain this channel. They keep it going. For that, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much to them. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. It's a great way to support this channel, and I really do appreciate it. It does keep it going. You'll find bonus videos there, and for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, you'll also find the Daily Solve official mug. Thanks again to all of the patrons. And thanks if you subscribe on YouTube. That's another way to support this channel, so thanks if you've done that. And, of course, there's that Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. All right, so let's get on to today's themeless crossword by Ryan McCarty, who's constructed a few dozen puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. It's themeless. Let's start solving. I think I said it's themeless about 8 times. Don't know what was going on with that, but anyway. British celebrity chef Nigella Lawson is a big culinary figure over here. Member of the only NFC team never to have made the Super Bowl. Okay, can I think of an NFL team whose name starts with L? I don't know. I shouldn't. That's a waste of time. I shouldn't sit there doing that. One dealing with a certain absence. I don't know offhand what that is. Don't things always turn out okay? We'll be or we're? I don't know. Don't things always turn out okay? I don't know. I mean, sometimes. Awkward messages to receive in a public setting. Sexts, probably? That seems to fit the bill. And let's see if that works. They can be hard to pick out. Pick out... I don't know. Final Fantasy's original platform, for short. The Nintendo Entertainment System. Classic Nintendo video game console. Okay, so hi everyone, I'm here. There we go. That looks good. They're sometimes seen in cameos. Onyxes? No. Well, no, maybe that is right, actually. I was thinking of a cameo in the sense of the, bit of jewelry. And so you could have a gemstone set in one. In this case, an onyx. So that actually works. Oh, Lion. Okay, so, is that Detroit, maybe? Detroit Lions? That sounds familiar. So that would be the member of the only NFC team never to have made the Super Bowl. Okay, so terrarium critters. Would you have a newt in a terrarium, maybe? It seems like you could. Let's see. They can be hard to pick out. Oh, right, oars can be hard to sort of pick with a pickaxe out of the ground. There we go. So it's very, very slightly punny with that pick out. Okay, one dealing with a certain absence. Oh, an amnesiac? Dealing with an absence of some of your memory. Okay, so that's correct. Someone with amnesia. And then helpline is SOS. So that's sort of the line that you would call out or spell or send via Morse code to indicate that you need help. Okay, so don't things always turn out okay? Why would? No. Why worry? Sorry, that's what it is. Why worry? Don't things always turn out okay? Okay, so there we go. We have a sort of somewhat insouciant person here. And then to release in a way would be to, airs and air your grievances, release them perhaps? Or air out a room, release air from it? I don't know. I think that's probably right. Prez in the 60s. In the 60s. You've got JFK or LBJ or RMN. Oh, maybe it's the 1860s and it's Abraham Lincoln and it's just Abe. That could be. That's probably right, actually. Okay, so there we go. Slight misdirection there. And then Irish actor who is nominated for a Golden Globe for 2023's Saltburn. Oh, Barry Keoghan? Barry... Yeah, there we go. It might not be how you spell his name. Don't think it is. It'll be something like this. Or it might be Keoghan. A-N looks more Irish. Maybe it is how I had it. I don't know. It's close to this. It's close to this. And I'm sure that's the answer. So let's see. He's great, isn't he? Anyway, miniature electronic vehicle for short. An RC car, a radio-controlled car, a tiny little electric battery-powered car. Was eco-conscious with tech waste in modern parlance. E-cycled? Wow, okay. Here's a new E word. Look how disgusting that looks. It just looks atrocious. It just looks like the word recycled minus the R. It looks like it looks like a damaged word. Oh. All right, but I think we understand the meaning, so there it is. The E words are making their return. 2016 literature Nobelist who famously skipped the Stockholm ceremony. Right, Bob Dylan. Oops. The great songwriter seemed relatively unconcerned by his Nobel win and did not show up. Captures the moment, say. Takes a photo. That seems pretty straightforward. It could be takes some other word, but it's probably that. Like unspoken understandings, they're tacit. You get them without needing to express them verbally. Something legally defined in the U.S. as affecting fewer than 200,000 people, I should say. Interesting. Something disaster? There must be different grades of disaster in terms of... no, that's not right. Never mind. Okay. I was wondering if there were kind of numbers that deal with different scales of disaster, or not numbers, but phrases. And there might be, but disaster doesn't fit here, so I guess it isn't that. It's a good vacation destination, you bet. A casino resort or something? Yeah, okay. That actually looks like it fits. So then what about this? Degree of uncertainty. Yes, you could say this is happening to the nth degree, and it's an unspecified degree. Okay, company, e.g. An organization or org. I don't know if that's right. Slam dancing locales. Locales. I don't know what we're looking for there, sorry. Best Picture winner that beat out Boyhood and Selma. I really like both of those films. What film would have won Best Picture that year? I don't even remember what year that was. What about this? Textures, wow, just wow. Oh, SMH, shaking my head. Okay, so company, e.g. So it could be company like having people over to your house. It could be company as in a business. It could be company like a unit of troops, an army something. Oh, an army, maybe it is army unit. Okay, that was a good thought. Let's see if that holds together. Slam dancing locales. Best Picture winner, Birdman, I bet it is. I like that movie as well. I think maybe Boyhood was my favorite of those three, though. Slam dancing locales. I don't know. Short. Shy, if you're short some amount of money, you're shy. It. Like some books and ads. Aloud? Like read aloud? I don't think that's right. Oh, mosh pits are slammed. Yeah, okay, fine. There we go. So, you're at a metal show or a hardcore show or something, and you're slam dancing in a mosh pit. All right, like some books and ads. I don't know. Oh, pop-up. Right, you could have pop-up ads in a web browser, or you could have a pop-up, children's book, maybe. Okay, poet who wrote, "To err is human, to forgive, divine." Who did write that? How do I not know that? How do I not know who that is? Where snowboard cross debuted as an Olympic event, 2006. I don't remember what the 2006 Winter Olympics, who hosted them. I don't know. Okay. Bit of investment intel. A tip, a hot tip maybe? Or a pro tip? Probably a hot tip because if it's investment intel, something's going to happen. It's not necessarily a skill, it's knowledge. So maybe a hot tip. If you squint, maybe. If you squint, maybe. Sword, yeah, I see. Sword, that's kind of that way. If you squint, you kind of change the shape of it a bit in your mind. It sort of works. When doubled, dismiss. To poo-poo something would be to dismiss it, to discount it. Oh, Torino? That sounds right. Is that where the Winter Olympics were that year? Let's see. So, Pope, Alexander Pope, the poet who wrote "Err is human to forgive divine." Okay, that I did not remember that. All right, saving oneself in a way. If you're saving oneself, one way of that would be to be chaste. And does that work with this? Psychoactive component of marijuana for short would be THC. Okay, there we go. I don't remember what THC stands for, but that'll be the answer. Shipping container weights tears. Like if you, the weight of the container itself is the kind of tear weight, so you discount that out from the total weight of the thing in order to figure out the weight of its contents. Okay, so much concert merch. Something t-shirts. Band t-shirts, maybe. There we go, okay. Yeah, Barry Keoghan's looking good, so I think this is right. Is that what I had before? I think it is. I think I might have been right the first time. I think I had an I here initially, and then I think I had this. And that was basically right. Code group. I don't know what that's about. Code group. Code. Looks like something ing, doesn't it? Board? There's some punny way this is code group. I don't know. It might not be board. Let's see. Long curved bike features. Does it mean a feature of the bike itself, or does it mean maybe a geographic feature or a kind of designed feature to navigate with a bike? I don't know. Long curved bike features. I don't know. Don't know what that's about. Elements of some still life paintings. Still life paintings often contain, bowls of fruit or fruit on a table, and that could include pears. Shout out to all my pear. Moves in on would be you near something, you move in on it. And then pottery piece would be a shard of pottery. Long curved bike features. Oh, something seats? I don't know. Is that right? Oh, banana seats, right. That is a kind of, I don't know very much about sort of high-end cycling, but you hear about that sometimes with kind of professional or high-end amateur bikes. And yeah, that must be right. Okay, so something legally defined in the United States as affecting fewer than 200,000 people. It almost looks like disaster. Oh no, something disease. Oh, a rare disease. I see. Given the population of the United States of more than 300 million people, if it affects fewer than 200,000 of them proportionately, it's considered a rare disease. I see. Okay, so that's fine. Drink akin to a Moscow mule. Oh, a dark and stormy. Okay. All right, fair enough. And then 2007 Michael Moore documentary with the tagline, "This Might Hurt a Little." That would be his documentary Sicko about the healthcare industry. And then coats often taken off. That makes more sense. Rhymes, like coats of a fruit or vegetable? Is that what we're looking for? I'm not sure it is. Code group. Don't know. Congolese neighbor to the south. Congolese neighbor. What does that mean? Does that mean a country neighboring Congo or a neighbor who is Congolese? What does that mean? Oh, no, it means, sorry, this is obvious. It means a resident of a country that borders Congo to the south. So a neighbor to a Congolese person would be a member of, citizen or resident of this country. Congolese neighbor to the south. Could be Gambian or Zambian. Boy, I'm sure one of those is geographically idiotic. Let's see. code group. Oh, zoning board. You said building codes. Okay, so Zambian. All right, well, good. That's at least I said one of the correct ones. So code group, zoning board, yeah, dealing with kind of, as I say, building codes, zoning different areas of a municipality or what have you. Okay, so big name in electric toothbrushes. I've seen, or at least seen ads for Sonicare kind of electric toothbrushes, so I think that must be right. Ethos, Porthos et Aramis, par exemple. Par exemple. So these would be the Three Musketeers, and the clue is written in French, so it's referring to the literary characters who are friends. They're amis. They're friends in French, so there we go. All right, universal partner. Oh, right. It's a partner of the Universal movie. Oh, right. Yeah, Universal NBC. So NBC Universal. I don't know if that's even still how it's referred to, but there was a kind of combined entity that was called NBC Universal for a while. It still might be the case, but so this is NBC, the U.S. network television channel, and then Universal, the film studio, and they're part of the same company, same parent. Okay, so cozier alternatives to motels are B&Bs. I see. I was looking for one word, but no, it's an abbreviation. Oops, B and Bs, bed and breakfasts. So cozy little inns. And then a bum wrap, question mark. It's literally a wrap that goes around, in this case, a baby's bum, so it's a diaper. All right. And then Javier, who played Desi Arnaz in Being the Ricardos, must have been, I never saw this film, but Javier Bardem. All right. Double dealing. To be double dealing is to be sneaky, deceptive. Something you might shield your eyes from in brief. You might shield your eyes from a public display of affection, a PDA. Okay, to ruin a holiday surprise, perhaps, might be to peek at a gift. And Chinese garden features are pawns, all right? So whiny comeback to a certain parent, but. So it could be but mom or but dad. I don't think there's any way to know which without looking at the crosses. So casualty of file corruption, maybe. Oh, data loss. There we go. So this will be but dad. So a protest to a parent. Contemporary. So contemporary could be a noun or an adjective. It could be, like, you could be someone's contemporary as a noun, or you could be contemporary to them. Or something, I guess you could just generally say that's fairly contemporary. And I don't know which it is. Stay, don't go. Simple enough. Steelmaking byproducts of slag is a byproduct of the steelmaking process, and I think it's from that we derive other kind of more informal uses of slag. So let's see, ounces or pounds. Those are amounts, ways of measuring. And then contemporary is animate? No, what is this? I don't know why I don't see that. Parmesan alternative. Asiago, cheese? I guess so. I guess they're both cheeses. I guess they're often both grated, so I suppose in that sense they're kind of alternatives. Okay, and they're Italian. Blank group, user group. Yeah, okay. And then una hija de los abuelos. Tia, so this is an aunt. What is hia? I don't know. That's embarrassing. I really do need to learn some Spanish. Okay, so to smarten up would be to neaten yourself, and then an age mate is so it is contemporary as a noun. This is your age mate, your contemporary. And there we go. Okay, I don't know if I think that was an easier puzzle than yesterday, but I did it more quickly somehow. I don't know. It felt trickier for me overall, but maybe it wasn't. Someone let me know how you found this compared to yesterday's themeless puzzle. I don't know. I don't really know how to interpret that. It felt solving through it, and then even at the end, a bit less tricky, a bit trickier, I should say, than yesterday's. And yet, I believe my time was a couple minutes faster, so I'm not sure why that would be. So I'm curious to know what other people's reactions to this were. Maybe I don't know. I do find this very difficult to judge, especially in a case like this where certain thing like Barry Keoghan, I knew that name immediately, so that was just the kind of thing where, and similarly starting off with Nigella Lawson, if you can just put a name in right away because you just happen to know it, then that makes the whole puzzle easier because look how many crosses we got from these, and that's essentially arbitrary. That's not necessarily anything to do with the sort of broader difficulty level of the puzzle because it's just dependent on happening to be familiar with certain names. So do let me know how you found this one. I'd be particularly curious. And it did have this despicable E word, E cycled. But anyway, there we go. That was the Saturday themeless crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow when the theme also returns, and we'll solve a big old Sunday grid. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.